First thing when I get up, I have 2 dogs, so I have to take care of the dogs, let them out, and take care of them. And then I usually have a devotion, and then I'll eat my breakfast, and then start getting out and taking care of business. Well, first we come in and we unlock and get the cash register set up, and then we usually start watering plants, make sure everything is okay before the customers start coming in. And we'll be open in about 45 minutes. So it gives us a little time to prep. You have to, occasionally a raccoon will get in here and we'll have to take care of that. But yeah, it's pretty common, you know, this time of year. It is a little bit slower now, so it's not quite as stressful. We always like to have our flower beds look really good out front, because it gives our customers ideas what they can do to, you know, to attract butterflies and bees to their homes. Okay, this property we have now, we have 23 acres, but at one time it was a 250-acre farm, and they were one of the largest wheat producers in Knox County at one time. Well, our family's always been involved in agriculture in some form or other, and as I say in the beginning, it was like a big wheat producing farm. And then through the years, they started growing vegetable plants, and had big vegetable gardens, and they sold produce down on the market square at that time when the old market house was there. And also it evolved into cut flowers. We grew fields of cut flowers. When I was young, they were still doing that. But then my father built the first greenhouse in 1955, and we sort of found our niche there, and it sort of expanded, and that's where we are today. Well, the house on our property is one of the oldest houses in Knoxville. And this is where I live, right here. This is the old, this original home site. It was built in the early 1800s. And my wife and I moved here in 1976 with our 4 children, and we had to do some updating because of with heating system and closets and all that stuff. But the rock wall is the original rock wall with the house. And the big stone chimneys are original with the house. The house from here, from right along here forward, is all log underneath the siding and so forth. There's huge logs that they used to build a house like in the 1800s. Someday I'd like to get the logs restored, but there's a chinking in between them that's kind of dried out, and would be kind of a big endeavor to take on. Well, through the years, I've seen the area of South Knoxville growing. Back in the 60s, there was a downtrend, and a lot of people moved away, and there was a lot of empty buildings around, especially on Sevier Avenue. At one time, Sevier Avenue was a major little retail corridor, and we've seen that come back to life in the last few years. It's pretty exciting. And we have a lot more people moving in. You know, there's a lot of apartments and a lot of young people moving in. It's making the community more vibrant than it has been in the past. And we have more recreational opportunities with Imes Nature Center, Fort Dickerson, the Meads Quarry, all the extensive bike trails that are offered. So there's a lot of young people, young families moving in, and we're really excited about that because we see a lot of positive things happening in our future. We're just excited about helping to educate the new people that are moving here as to what, like as our business, what kind of plants, you know, we want to plant in your garden, and what plants you may be familiar with where you came from that you can't grow here. But then it's really exciting to see people living here and seeing all the opportunities that we have to offer. We have great schools, and we're able to help in our local schools, South Dole and Middle, and South Knox Elementary and Dogwood. We partnership with them to help improve the opportunities for the children to learn more about nature. We were fortunate to be able to partnership with Dogwood Elementary on their establishment of their arboretum, and we were also donated some of the native plants to incorporate in that as well. It's good to reach children at a young age because, especially in this day and time, so many children are just, you know, in front of a screen. And so it's good to get children outside to get fresh air and exercise and learn more about nature, reconnect with nature, because that's, you know, so much healthier lifestyle. So there's just so much going on now. It just blows your mind, you know, because for so long there was just nothing going on, and we have so much development going on right now. But one thing we want to keep in mind, we want to preserve as much as our green space as we can, because we know how important it is with the problem with air pollution, that we offer and can keep as much of our tree canopy, for example, as we can, and even increase that somewhat. So. Here's my little bench, with the tree of life. This is a neat place to come and just meditate, pray, and be with nature. It's got a tree of life carved in it. It's a neat place to come and just relax, enjoy the water and the sounds of the birds. And even though we're less than 5 minutes from downtown, it's as if you're way back in the country. Well, my dad taught me to persevere, to not get distracted or depressed, keep on, to have faith, and to work hard and do the right thing. And that's what we've always tried to live by. We try to make the earth, the world, a better place. After high school, I went into the Army. I was in Vietnam, and it's kind of traumatic, but when I got back, I get back involved into the business, And then as time passed, I realized what a rewarding job it is. It wasn't just a necessity of making a living, but it was that I was privileged to actually make things better, to improve the environment, and plants make people happy. So it's just really been a rewarding occupation, and I feel real fortunate to be a part of it.